Sometimes life takes a plot twist. Imagine opening a birthday gift and realizing it wasn't meant for you. Well, that's what happened to Michael on his 40th birthday. Today's story will make you laugh, cry, and believe in second chances. So grab a tissue, because this one hits hard. Let's begin. Michael and Sarah were madly in love. After dating for 2 years, they decided to get married in a beautiful ceremony, surrounded by their closest friends and family. It was a perfect day. Michael, being the romantic that he was, had planned an unforgettable surprise for Sarah. He arranged for a hot air balloon ride at sunset, complete with champagne and a private chef who prepared a delicious meal fit for a queen. Fast forward to a few years later, and their love was as strong as ever. They had a cozy home, a loving pet, and a thriving business. Life seemed like a fairy tale. However, there was a secret in their seemingly perfect marriage that neither of them had revealed to the other. Michael had never told Sarah about his son from his previous relationship. He had full custody of the child, but he had made a promise to his ex-wife to keep it a secret until their son Ethan turned 18. On the other hand, Sarah had her own secret. On the day of the hot air balloon ride, Sarah's phone vibrated. It was a message from someone named James, wishing her a happy birthday. Confused, Sarah asked Michael if he had sent the message. He looked at her in confusion, clearly not knowing what she was talking about. Later, when they were alone, Sarah finally confessed everything to Michael. Tears streamed down her face as she explained how she had given birth to James at 18 and put him up for adoption. She had kept the secret for so long, believing that revealing it would ruin their marriage. Despite the shock, Michael was incredibly supportive. He held Sarah close, assuring her that their love was strong enough to overcome this. Together, they decided to reach out to James, eager to build a relationship with him. However, James seemed hesitant, possibly due to the secretive circumstances surrounding his birth. Despite the rejection, Michael and Sarah refused to give up. They wanted James to know that he was loved and that he had a place in their hearts. As time passed, Michael began to feel a sense of urgency. He was 40 now and worried that if he didn't take action soon, it might be too late. He wanted to experience the joy of fatherhood, and he wanted Ethan to have a sibling. One day, Michael surprised Sarah with a baby. She was initially shocked, but couldn't help but agree. They decided to name the baby James. Years flew by, and James grew up to be a happy and healthy child. Michael loved being a father and cherished every moment with his boys. Meanwhile, Sarah couldn't shake off the feeling that something was missing. Although she loved her new life, she couldn't help but wonder about Ethan and the decision she had made all those years ago. The thought of him often crossed her mind, and she couldn't help but wonder how he was doing. One day, Sarah decided to take a leap of faith. She reached out to the adoption agency to try and locate Ethan. As she waited for a response, her heart raced with anticipation and a hint of nervousness. She knew that finding Ethan might bring up a lot of emotions, but she was determined to find him. Finally, the agency got back to her with some news. They had located Ethan and were arranging for them to meet. When Sarah first saw Ethan, she couldn't help but gasp. He looked so much like Michael. As they embraced, Sarah felt a rush of emotions. Despite the tears in her eyes, she knew that this was the right thing to do. Over time, Ethan became an important part of their lives. He had a great relationship with both Michael and James, and they enjoyed many happy moments together as a family. Sarah couldn't be happier, with how everything had turned out. She had found her son, and their love for each other grew stronger each day. And that's the end of our story. If you enjoyed this emotional roller coaster of a tale, don't forget to give us a thumbs up. Your support means everything to us. Thanks for watching. See you next time.